Welcome to Game Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach in the Imagosphere and pull out the next great video game idea. I am the CEO of Game Corp, Bryce.
And I'm the CEO of Game Corp, Beckers.
Last time on this podcast, we made the video game Death Jam. How'd that do?
It was wildly successful.
Wildly?
It's like, yeah, wildly. Like, it's a staple in our culture now. Everywhere you look, Death Jam. It's the #1 game in the world. People are like, Fortnite who? Yeah, it's that big right now. And I'm surprised that you don't know that, honestly. So our other department,
Which
they
is?
branched the other one. They branched out.
So to be clear,
now,
we have two departments. We're in one of them, and then there's another one.
I didn't say that.
You said the other department, which would assume that there's two of them.
It's called the other department.
Oh. Yeah, so the department
O.
where we keep the other.
The other department.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that one. They branched out, and now there is a Death Jam metal band. You get it? It makes sense, you know? Yeah? Yeah, so like we did like a bunch of merchandise and stuff, and it was going super good. But right now we're facing some issues because we also came out with canned preserves, and it wasn't good.
I hate you.
They like me. That's what all of this was for.
There's a lot of there's many episodes in the Game Corp lineage where Beckers is mean to me. This one I'm mean to her. This is the other one.
Well, I'm glad that I didn't come up with either of my ideas today, then.
Okay. So what ideas that aren't yours do you have?
Okay, this one's from One Mature Lobster.
But wait.
Oh, God.
What if people wanted to give us their ideas?
You too could be a mature lobster if you went to twitter.com and you did this thing I'm about to tell you to do. You wrote a game idea and you said, "This is my game idea. I want you to take bugs and make a game where you put bugs on the moon." And then you tweet that, and then you say, #GameMakeCorp, #Dr. Beckers is the best. Whoop whoop, 2020 y'all. And then we'll use your idea. And then all your friends will be like, "Oh, that was your idea. That was the best." And they'll be right.
Yep. Can I pull behind the curtain for a second? So dear listeners, before we have our little meetings, Becca spends a lot of time just like typing stuff up and gets really prepared for everything she's gonna say. And then I just kind of threw this at her. I just kind of threw this at her and said, "Do this also." And she didn't write anything down. And I think this is my favorite thing that she's done because she was not prepared for it, and I liked it.
The only thing I have prepared today was the whole the Death Jam thing. That was all today.
Okay.
Right? And last episode was completely unprepared, and it was kind of a shit show.
I mean, to be fair, that's our brand.
That's our brand.
So what's next on the shit show parade?
One Mature Lobster on Reddit gave us a game idea, except he didn't know he was giving it to us, or she. They posted it on a different subreddit, and I said, yoink, and it's ours now. All right, so there's...
do you have a Reddit account?
Maybe.
Can you please comment? Now you probably won't want to do it because people will be like, but I kind of want you to just comment on it and write
one.
and write
I'm
yoink.
gonna just write yoink. I'm going to start writing yoink on every idea I use on Reddit. I can still go back and do it.
You can.
I'm going to go back and retroactively yoink.
They won't know.
All of the ones.
It's not out
They
yet.
aren't going to understand, but I'm going to yoink. And they're going to say, okay, yoink.
I just got yoinked. That rascally game mate Corp, they yoinked me again.
It's starting to sound inappropriate. So there's a game that exists already called Secret Neighbor. And here's what it's about.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I don't know what it's about, and I don't care what it's about. It's about, like, you got a neighbor, and then he's got, like, a prisoner in his basement, and you, like, go into his house, and you free the person or something. Secret Neighbor is the version where one of the other people playing with you is the neighbor, and you don't know who it is. Whatever. I don't care. It's not what Secret Neighbor should be. So we're going to make what Secret Neighbor should be. He put his face in his hands, so I'm guessing I didn't explain what Secret Neighbor is correctly, but whatever it is, it's not right.
Okay.
Here's what it is. Here's what it's going to be once we're done with it. We're going to make a game where you live in somebody else's house and they don't know about it.
So
which makes you what, Bryce?
A secret roommate?
A secret neighbor.
No, that's not how neighbors work. Is your husband your neighbor? Okay. You're somebody. If you're their roommate, then whose neighbor are you? Somebody's, and you're still a secret, aren't you? So you're still a secret neighbor. No, because you can go knock on the neighbor's door and be like, "Hello, I'm your neighbor," and as long as they don't tell your secret roommate, then it's fine. I like the idea of everybody else in the building.
I'm getting a little angry.
Everybody else in the building knowing that you live there except for him. It's like when like two kids in high school have a crush on each other and everybody else in the freaking school knows it except for those two.
Okay. Shut up. Let me think. I got this. You're still a secret neighbor because you're a secret to the roommate, right?
That's
right?
Secret roommate.
So to everybody else, so to Joe next door, okay, you're the roommate. You live with Bob, and Bob doesn't know it. And Joe next door, he knows it. So you're his secret neighbor, and he knows it. It's his secret. But I forget which one you live with. I think Bob. But he doesn't know. So you're still a secret neighbor. You're your neighbor's little secret. Your neighbor's okay. You
are the secret that your neighbor is keeping.
Yes.
You are your neighbor's secret. You are the neighbor's secret, not secret neighbor. It's neighbor's secret.
No, secret neighbor. Bryce, I'll kill you.
Neighbor's secret neighbor.
I'm gonna make it secret neighbor if it's the last thing I do.
Okay.
It's secret neighbor.
Okay. I have an idea.
Yes.
You put a new room inside the home. And
they don't even notice.
Yeah, they don't know it. And that's your home. That's inside their home. But you have a home in their home, and thus now you're neighbors. Because
well, why didn't that work before? Why wasn't it roommates before? The crawl space is your house now. Now you're neighbors. Congratulations.
As long as you live in separate spaces, then you're neighbors. If you share spaces, then you're not neighbors. You don't share spaces. You just come over sometime. The crawl space is yours. They don't know that. But sometimes you come over to their house unannounced and you take stuff from their kitchen because you're hungry and you don't have a fridge at your house because it's a crawl space. Yeah, it's like when you live in an apartment building, like the hallways and the laundromat is like everybody's, except this guy's apartment is your hallway and laundromat and kitchen.
And you know how like people borrow a cup of sugar and stuff? He would probably say yes if he took the rest of his leftover pizza. Like, he seems nice. You've watched him for years. You've been neighbors for a long time. Like, you're pretty sure he'd be fine with it.
Can the door? Okay, can your window be a painting?
To the walls.
Can
to
be
the
a
walls.
Can your
Till the sweat drip down.
please
my
no.
balls.
Can your window be a painting in which you then look out and see how
There's
Bob's doing?
Oh my gosh. And there's going to be a slidey thing behind the eyes of the painting. So it looks like normal eyes most of the time, but you can slide it out and then there's 2 little holes where the eyes should be in the painting. And you can put your eyes up to where the holes are in the painting. And then your eyes are looking out through the painting and it looks like you're that farmer with the pitchfork and the hat.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this.
Okay. So I want to make 2 criteria about this game. You can never get caught.
Right.
And you need to, several criteria. You need to never get caught. You need to make sure all your stuff is taken care of. You can't pee in the walls unless you somehow set up a series of tubes that'll get it where it needs to go.
So plumbing?
Yeah. If set up plumbing in your crawl home. And 3, you need to make sure your neighbor leads a good life so that he does not lose his home, that his stuff is all good. So
let's discuss pooping.
No, let's discuss. So he's come home. You look through the little painting, and you see that like he's come home, and he's just like, so he had a bad day at work, and he's just like, I'm so upset. I'm just gonna quit that job. I don't care if I lose my home. I'm gonna quit. And then you have to like fix it, or just like wait for him to go to sleep and just like, I don't know, just make him happy. Just make it so that when he wakes up in the morning,
give him a foot massage.
Yes, just make it so he like wakes up and now he's in a good mood. He's ready to. He is happy to go to work now.
I have an idea.
Okay.
So you do nice stuff for him, right?
Yeah.
So say it's not just one dude. It's not just Bob. It's also Bob.
Uh-huh.
Tiffany, his wife of 12 years. Things are starting to get stale. And their child, Taylor. I say Taylor because it's gender neutral and I haven't decided which one it's going to be yet.
I like the idea that you start the game and
maybe you're there for him when he gets married and he has his first kid.
I want to be there for the like.
You're like a guardian angel.
I like the idea of you were always there. He moves in and you're already there.
Already there.
He
moves in after the last dude that lived there died. His name was Ernest, and you're still grieving. And you're not ready to move on, but you have to, damn it, because here comes Bob.
He moved in, so you have to move on.
And at first you don't like him, but you grow to love him from afar.
Yeah.
As like a roommate would, like not in a weird way. But when he first moves in, you don't like him, so you steal his sandwiches right before he eats them, and he's like, mice. And then you have to like survive the fumigation. That's level 1.
No. Then you listen to him call the fumigator, then quickly while he's in the bathroom duck out, come back and be like, I am the fumigator, I will take care of this pest problem.
Oh my god. And that's the first time you see each other face to face, and you just like gently touch his face.
Yeah, and you're wearing the mask. He doesn't see you. You're wearing a fumigation mask. He doesn't see you, but you see him inside.
You always see him.
Yes, because like he can see you in the hallway. You guys can have a conversation in the laundry room. You're just neighbors. He doesn't know where you live. He just knows that you live in the building.
Can we just say that you're a little weird? Not you, the character.
Okay.
I mean, you too, but like the character.
Okay.
And so everything that you do doesn't seem weird to you.
Okay. It's just there was a space available. You made a space.
No one was using it.
You saw you have some carpentry skills, and
I think you were born in this crawl space.
What?
I think that your mother was a vagrant and birthed you in the crawl space and raised you there until you were old enough to survive, and then she left and never came back, and now you've lived there ever since.
And it's now, and the building has
I'm starting to get like concerned, and I feel like I need to go look in my attic.
And the building has been renovated and is now like a nice building. Vagrants don't live here anymore, but you do.
Vagrants don't live here anymore.
Nice people like Bob live there now.
Yeah,
and Ernest,
Bob
I guess.
and Tiffany. Ernest before Bob.
Yeah, but first Bob. If Tiffany ever comes into the picture, like, I mean, Bob's gonna be,
and you're totally like, you're polite, dude. When Bob and Tiffany are making Taylor, they're getting down, you totally look the other way.
Yeah.
You're polite about it. It's not weird. They put a sock on the doorknob,
Your picture only looks into the living room, and you don't know what's going on in the bedroom or the kitchen.
Yeah, you can like hear, but I mean, what are you gonna do? You tapped a broom on the floor beneath you, but they didn't stop. They thought it was the bed.
You should really fix that bed while he's at work.
Yeah, so you will.
Yep.
Okay, so Taylor, the whole reason I invented this family was to put this idea in there.
You wanted to create drama.
Okay, yeah, but also, say Taylor loses a tooth, puts it under the pillow. Tiffany's left you, or Bob. He left Bob. You help Bob through that. It's fine. We'll get to that.
Okay, actually,
Taylor's there.
I want to handle.
Man.
I want to handle the
Someday
Tiffany
I'm gonna get
situation.
To share this idea.
I want to handle the Tiffany situation. I like the idea. Bob's at work. Tiffany's home. You have been watching over Bob for years. Tiffany's home alone, and you hear her calling another man, going to go cheat, and you show up, and you like. You call her on her shit, and she's like, "Who are you?"
You just come out of the ceiling.
Yes. I'm like, I am Bob's guardian angel. I have been watching him, and I've been watching you, and you better get GTFO out of here if this is what you're going to do. And you never had a name
before, but then you decided to name yourself Angelo. Right there. Because you decided that you're Bob's guardian angel.
Yeah, guardian Angelo.
Because... yeah. You could have just named yourself Angel, like in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or the spin-off series Angel, but you didn't. You did Angelo.
Yep.
Got him.
And yeah, that's the reason she's gone, is because she's been cheating. And you told her if this is the way she's going to behave, she got a GTFO. And she does.
You scared the shit out of her when you dropped out of the ceiling like Spider-Man like that. I've always been here. Tiffany.
How does this crawl space work? Can you like access
all the
houses?
I honestly don't really know what a crawl space is. It's a part of the house people don't normally go that's big enough to get through.
To crawl.
And live. And sleep.
Okay. What happened with the tooth? Now that Angela's Tiffany's gone. You're Angelo. Angelo will always be there for Bob.
Angelo will always be there. Tiffany's gone.
Yeah.
And Bob is doing his best. He's a single father. Tiffany pieced out. She's never coming back because she saw something she never thought she would see, and she's afraid. So she just left Taylor behind her dust.
I like the idea that Angelo doesn't own clothes, and if he had clothes, he wouldn't want to wear them.
You're making this idea a little weirder. Can we? You're ruining everything.
He wears a loincloth. He is a wild man. He is one with the building. The building has its own culture that Bob and Tiffany would never understand.
Okay. I'm going to throw this out here. Angelo's not a bad person, and he would never do anything bad to a child. I don't feel like I can. All right. You forgot.
I just like the idea of like a Tarzan-esque man just coming out of the ceiling when
Can you wear a loincloth?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay.
I said loincloth.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, I don't listen when you talk.
Good. I like the idea of Tarzan-esque Angelo coming out of the ceiling and being like, I know what you've been doing. And she's just like, what? Because if it's just like a well-dressed dude showing up, it would be too chill. It needs to be like a grizzled, long-ass beard, not wearing clothes except a loincloth and a rat skin dress.
Because he said he would exterminate those rats, and he did.
But he was the rat. He ate the sandwiches.
You also had rats. I feel bad. I used to have pet rats. You're making me sad. I made myself sad.
They exterminated themselves. They died. Your pet rats.
Of natural causes.
Yeah.
And now they're gone. And they lived a long life of happiness. All right. So anyway, Taylor lost their first tooth and put it under their pillow and didn't tell Bob about it because they were like, maybe it wasn't their first tooth. They're old enough that they're like, I don't think the tooth fairy's real because I'm angsty because my mom left me for no reason and never came back. And Bob went to bed, didn't know that the tooth was under the pillow, and the kid falls asleep, and you're like, and because you're always there and you're watching. So you leave the crawl space again and you get in there and you take the tooth and you take the quarter that you found in the couch and you put it under there and then you leave. And then the kid's like, oh, the tooth fairy's real.
Have you watched the hit TV show Futurama?
Uh-huh.
So remember the episode where Leela finds out that her parents are mutants living in the sewers and stuff, and then it turns out that they had been like watching over her all along, like giving her stuff through the vents and stuff.
And when she was a baby, they made sure she didn't fall down the stairs. Oh.
Yeah, I like the idea of like you don't actually leave the crawl space, you just do all this stuff through the vents.
But you have one of those grabby arms that old people has.
Yep.
So they don't have to bend over to pick stuff up off the ground. You got some of those, because it'd be really hard to do stuff.
Because you don't have tentacle arms like Leela's parents.
Because you don't have tentacle arms like Leela's parents.
I said that.
I don't listen when you talk. This is a really good game. Like, this was supposed to be a joke, but I'm tearing up about how much Angelo loves Bob and Taylor.
Are we just gonna do one game idea this time? Is this just what's it called?
Secret Neighbor.
I thought, is that what you're going with?
Yes.
Not Guardian Angelo?
Put up your Oh. Secret Neighbor, Guardian Angelo.
You also have Unwelcome Tenant as the thing. And
yeah, but I don't want that. Okay, he's referring to our spreadsheet, which we're not supposed to reference in the podcast. We just put the titles of our games in there so that like it helps us keep on track so that we don't go off track like this. And I put Unwelcome Tenant in there, but I'm making Secret Neighbor, so get out of my face.
Guardian Angelo it is.
Secret Neighbor, Guardian Angelo. It is.
Okay. I'm going to jump forward. I'm not going to do number 2. I'm going to do number 4 because
I'm glad you're not
we've
going to
actually
do number 2 on our podcast.
Yeah, okay. Because I think that one was such a good one that it ate number 2. It's not going to happen. It's gone. And
Why
instead,
is 6 afraid of 7?
because 7's a big meanie.
Correct.
So, I have made this style game before, and I like it. It's a cool game, and I want to make a massively multiplayer game that involves little interaction. Everybody, so it's like a unicorn town adventure, where with that one, that's a thing we made in a previous episode for new listeners.
I thought it was for me that you were explaining that, and I was like, no, I remember that one.
Okay. So for that one, everybody could play through one person could play at a time, and everybody could watch along, but only one person could play at a time. And then once they died, somebody else took over. And so that one was good, but I want to make a game that is about a kid who is living his life from 1 to 100, or we'll see how long he lives. He's the game starts and he's just born, and everybody can buy the game, and the game starts for everybody at the exact same time. Like, it is a online thing, and it's just about this kid, and Beckers is going to come up with a cool kid name right now.
You know what's a really cool name?
What?
Thunderdog.
So the kid's name is Jack, and so Jack's born, and no matter if you wait a year, or like you buy the game 6 months from now, everybody else has already the game's been going for 6 months. You start it, you missed the 6 months. You need to get this game day one, and actually, no, you probably don't need to get the game day one because of the way the game works. You probably honestly could. It would probably make more sense to wait till like year 3. But so he's going to be growing up.
You're killing me with the suspense here.
He's going to be growing up in real time. So the game starts. He's a little baby. He's growing up. All the things happen. Somebody's taking care of him. He's got parents. He's got the whole thing. He's living his life. He's gonna go to school eventually and stuff.
And then he turns 8 and he starts playing sports, and all the kids are like, wow, you're so good, Thunderdog.
Maybe.
He gets the nickname, and he tells everybody to start calling him Thunderdog.
Maybe. But so it's almost Truman Show-esque. It's you get to watch Jack grow up and live his life. But every year, every player can record a message that Jack can hear, and it's just like a little like voice in his head, like he's not, it's not a weird deal for him. It's just like a little like he hears it and acknowledges it and stuff.
No wonder he's gonna be really messed up.
Yeah,
dude.
toads.
No wonder he decided Thunderdog was his nickname.
Every player gets to send a message once a year, and you can decide when you send it. Like you could send it January 1st. You could wait till the middle of the day. You could wait until he most needs it. Maybe he's 16.
His birthday.
Yeah, maybe on his birthday. That'd be a day. Maybe he's 16, just had his first date. It didn't go well. Maybe he needs a little bit of encouragement. That's when you step in. You say, you know what? There's a lot of fish in the sea. You're going to get him next time. And he is going to evolve. How Jack's life turns out is going to be how the player, if players are like, you know what? Thunderdog is a cool name. He's gonna roll with that, and maybe the players will be like, hey, maybe Thunderdog is the coolest name, and then he tattoos it on his forehead.
Or players can whisper answers to him during tests.
That too. But
except most people don't know the answers to his questions, so he doesn't do good because the voices in his head are wrong.
Well, I mean, you could.
It'll be like the ask the audience question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Except that would be your one thing you could do that year. For his 16th year, you could tell him the wrong answer to question 3 on the science test. That would be a thing that you could do. So every player. So if we get 1 million players, every year he's going to hear 1 million little things throughout his life, going, hey, you're going to be real big, strong boy.
If too many people play this game, he's going to need to be like committed.
Okay. I think for him, it's going to register as his own thoughts. He's not going to like think, oh, these are random voices. He's going to they're going to be his own thoughts to him.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It's fine. This isn't a real boy. We didn't kidnap one again.
This is voice.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah, so
it'll be fine.
So yeah, it's Truman Show-esque, but every year players are going to get to say one little line to him, and help like direct him on his way. And it is going to cost $30.
I'm gonna tell him like, dude, you're totally not pulling off that outfit.
Yeah. Totally. And then he changes his outfit before the big date, and then now the girl likes him, and that turns out to be his wife because of the thing that you just told him.
Or he's unhappy with her being his wife because he changed himself to suit her personality, and now he's unhappy because he changed himself.
But you didn't change for her, you changed for yourself because your own brain told you that this was a bad outfit.
I am his brain.
Yes. The players that say the things to him, and for him they're his thoughts. He has his own thoughts, but you're like a secondary voice. You're almost like a conscience for him. You're Jiminy Cricket.
I just thought of that really funny part in Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Where Ant-Man goes inside of Iron Man's suit and he starts talking to him and he goes, "Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm your conscience." This has been today's Marvel moment on Game Corp.
Okay. I'm gonna call it Big Boy.
Why?
because he's gonna grow up to be a big, strong boy. Hopefully, if people are nice to him, and it's a game about encouraging a person to be their best, and I do like. I could kind of see like forums being created about like, okay, what, like people are like planning out, okay, I'll tell him something today. Like, everybody's trying to like, okay, when should I talk to him? And people are like discussing it of like, okay, I'll talk to him today. You say something tomorrow about this, and like scheduling out when they're going to talk to him and what they're going to say and how they're going to like help him. And I could see like factions being created, like he should become a doctor, he should become a lawyer, and trying to like
someone else, he should save the world with environmental science.
He should stop calling himself Thunderdog.
That's definitely not. Nobody's gonna do that.
Yeah, totes. Yeah, and I'm excited to see when given the entire internet / gamers as parents and the voice inside a young boy's head, and I mean he'll become an adult. It'll be eventually a 30-year-old's voice or a 30-year-old man's head. I'm excited to see how this person turns out. Also,
Put it there. No, put it there.
also, the sad thing is, like, he'll outlive me probably because it'll be real time. So he'll be starting.
What if we're all big boy?
Maybe all the thoughts inside your head are from somebody else's video game.
This has been the Matrix.
This has been your Matrix moment.
This has been your Gaming Corp Matrix moment. All right. I'm ready for the next one.
But what about the other thing that we do?
It's your turn.
I wasn't told that this was going to be my turn. Hello, gamer.
We're excited to do this.
She usually prepares a 12-page document in the form of song. I wasn't prepared.
Last time I winged it. You're misleading people. I improv. Didn't you see how I improv'd before?
No.
That's how I came up with Thunderdog.
Hello, investors. If you're not an investor, this is skip ahead in the podcast. This isn't for you. This is for Aaron C. and Alex Weber. Thank you very much for taking some time each month to help support GameMate Corp and other Last Geek products, but mostly GameMate Corp because you did select to get an investor shout out on this product. If it wasn't for you, Big Boy would just be a dream. Angelo would just be a guy in a crawl space. You're out there changing lives, making games possible that would just be dreams. And without a plan, a dream is no. A scheme is just a dream without a team. So you investors are the team that makes our schemes into dreams. And we appreciate you.
Well, you should plan it out next time.
They love it. We love you. And if you want to become an investor like Aaron C. and Alex Weber, you can go to patreon.com/lastgeek. And for the $5 option, there's two of them. There's one for GameMate Corp. That's the one that you would select. You can be part. You can be part of the dream team that helps make Guardian Angelo. That's it. That's the end of the investor shout out. Beckers is gonna say things now.
Things now. Stop it. It's getting mean. Stop it. I'm gonna cry. Mom.
Beckers, do you have a game idea?
I do. It is called... Okay, it's an idea from Reddit. Again, this is not my idea, so you can't be mean to me. It's from Genuine Sock Puppet.
Genuine?
Genuine.
Oh.
Sock Puppet. It's called Reverse RPG. So first, Bryce, tell me, what is an RPG?
An RPG is a acronym for role-playing game. It originally started as a Dungeons and Dragons tabletop experience. And players would create characters and level them up through adventures. Eventually, that was translated into a video game experience where players would also do similar experiences where they would level up their characters, but this time without all of the abilities that you would get through a tabletop experience, but still had many options and, of course, a leveling up system. That would allow you to role play as a character in what some would call a game.
Okay. So an RPG is usually a game where you start as a character and you like play the game and you usually like build a party.
What voice are you doing right now?
This is the voice where it's game idea number 3 and I'm done with Bryce now. So we gotta get through 2 more. So you You build a party, you play games, you get experience, you level up, you get abilities, you get stronger, you fight stuff, you fight bosses, and then it's a good story and you beat the game. Yay! So you get stronger over time. Usually. So now, this is my idea.
I mean, it's genuine sock puppets idea.
This is genuine sock puppets idea.
Okay.
We're going to make a reverse RPG where you start the game with a full party that's fully equipped with their best items and all their cool abilities, and they're super high level. And then over time, you lose all of that stuff until it's just you and you're sad and weak and alone.
It's a party and there's booze there and maybe a clown. And as it goes on,
I'm not talking
people
about your last Saturday night.
Leave the party because the clown left and everybody loved that clown.
So they leave when the clown leaves. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
this is a comedy podcast.
The point of this game. This isn't. Let me talk about my idea.
Okay. We'll be back here.
You take that clown and shove it up your butt. So the point of the game is that you get weaker and the enemies are going to stay the same strength throughout. So it's going to start off super, super easy and get progressively harder. So you start off and somebody just yeets their master sword into the river, and now Aubrey is fighting without a weapon. Okay. And the whole point is that, like, after a while, it gets really hard. And you get a high score the farther you make it into the game. And that's the point of the game. It's over now. It's probably like an arcade game that you play. Like, not a super deep game. I'm done. Let's go.
I think
Next
this is a game about loss. I think it's a symbolism about loss.
Is this loss?
Yeah, it's loss. You lose things. It's about, you start off very strong. You feel complete. Like you had someone great. You had a whole family. We're gonna call this game
This is Loss.
This is Loss. The theme of the game is loss. There's spoilers. It's about loss. Like there's a Gris, I think is the name of the game, and it's this cool watercolor thing. And then you read articles and be like, the theme of this game is loss. And I'm like, oh, really? I didn't. Okay, but this one we're just gonna put that in the box so they know this one's about loss.
I forgot to tell you about this, so I'm gonna tell you now because it's funnier than this game idea. So last time I made a joke.
I'm sorry, genuine sock puppet.
That's a good game idea, honestly. I didn't succeed in making it funny because I lost all of my soul when Bryce annoyed me too much. And now, I'm going to tell you something funny instead.
Okay.
So last time we made a game and I made a joke and Bryce didn't get it. So I kept making the same joke. Like I kept leaning into the joke and he still didn't get it or comment on it. And he still hasn't gotten it. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. And that was a private joke for me and for whoever else got the joke.
I don't know what's happening.
On the last episode. That's right. And it's happening again.
I don't remember things that happened in the past.
This is 2 podcasts in a row where I did a joke and Bryce didn't notice. And now that's a secret between me and the listeners who got the joke. So now you and I have something together.
A secret.
A secret. Secret joke.
Don't let the neighbor know.
Okay.
I like the idea of In Secret Angelo, the name of the game, that maybe after...
No, what? You wanted it to be Guardian Angelo.
Guardian Angelo.
Not Secret Angelo. Now you're just merging the name. You don't even know what you want. Classic man.
Secret Angelo's good too. I like that. It's good because we both lose.
It's like Secret Agent Man.
At one point, Bob, like Bob's neighbors do not like Bob, and they're gonna like call the landlord to like get him kicked out because he just like leaves his clothes in the laundry room and is a real jerk boy. So you come out and you just like like leave cookies for the neighbors and become real good friends with the neighbors. And so you're like, oh yeah, I live with Bob, but don't tell Bob. It's a just so like they don't want you to leave because you live there and they love you. They love Angelo. They don't like Bob. So so everybody knows you live there except for Bob, and they love Angelo. They don't like Bob. And Bob doesn't know about Angelo. He's a secret Angelo.
Just one more.
No, that's it. We're ending on Secret Angelo.
Oh, really?
That's it. I already told you. 182. Remember?
Okay.
Remember?
I don't get it. This is the time that Bryce says something that Beckers doesn't understand.
I'm saying, you know how there's 4 in the document? I'm not doing 2. We're only doing Secret Angelo, Reverse RPG, and Big Boy, but not in that order.
Well, no, we're doing Secret Neighbor.
Secret
and then
Angelo.
We're doing Big Boy.
Yep.
And then we're doing This is Loss.
Yes.
And then we're doing Secret Angelo.
Again?
Because no, they're different games because Secret Angelo's dumb and Secret Neighbor is awesome.
Okay. So Secret Angelo wins, right?
No, Secret Neighbor wins.
Secret Neighbor Guardian Angelo.
Yes.
Fine.
I'll accept that.
Can we ask a third party?
Yeah.
Okay. After some consultations with a third party service, not only is the game named Secret Neighbor, it is the winning game this time. Everyone who thinks it should have been called Secret Angelo is correct, but we can't. There's nothing we can do. We're just in the bad timeline now. That's it. We did it. Secret Neighbor. I can never. It just feels wrong in my mouth.
Can you just? Oh my god! Secret Neighbor. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's what the game was born to be. It's my game. I get to name it.
Okay. Well, then why don't you just end the podcast then, Beckers?
Yeah, I will. Thanks for listening to Game Mate Corp. It was a good one because I won. And have a great day. Brush your teeth. And remember, have fun.
Bye.
Secret neighbor man. Secret neighbor man. Giving you a quarter and taking away your tooth.